Hello YouTube, LJ Draco here. This video is going to be the second video for Wednesday. This is now the movie review that I hate of The Hulk. Now, let me just get one thing straight here. I don't specifically despise this movie as much as I did Catwoman, or despise this movie as much as I did The Remains. This is a film that just really disappointed and hurt me a lot, to the point where I can never really watch it again. Okay, because I'll explain a bit afterwards why that's the case, but it is. Let's get into the actors. There's not that many I'm going to be mentioning, trust me. There was obviously Eric Bana as Bruce Banner. Why? Why? I like Eric Bana, but this should not have been done. I'm not even going to go into that much. Jennifer Connelly, who we all know from Labyrinth, great actress, as Betty Ross. She was probably the only okay thing about this movie. Really. Then we have Sam Elliott, who we all know from playing the graveyard caretaker and the original Ghost Rider in Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. Because as I said in the previous video, Marvel and DC like to use the same actors to do either the same company movies or different company movies. Because they just can't find other actors, can they? Obviously not. Yeah. Say companies. Then there's Nick Nolte as Hulk's father. No. The only thing worth watching about this movie, guys, is obviously the cameo by these two guys. I don't know, I'll put the hand there. There we go. You see this image? It's Stanley and Lou Ferrigno as security guards talking. That's hilarious. That's it. That's the only thing worth watching about this movie, is seeing Stanley and Lou Ferrigno talking. Other than that, there's no point seeing this movie. Let's get into why. The acting was shit. The origin story was terrible. The fact that his father had been feeding him different types of ENA as a baby growing up, which is why the nuclear reaction didn't actually kill him and turned him into the Hulk, was because his father injected him all these different... No, he didn't. He really fucking didn't. He really didn't. Okay. Then Nick Nolte's acting. Ugh. No. Shouldn't have happened. Right. The animation for the Hulk. Everyone was saying, honestly, I saw a Facebook post months ago where people were going, oh, why is everyone hating on the animation of the Hulk? You know, it was like 2004 or 3 or whatever. You know, graphics are really, really good for back then. Really? Really? Round about that point, we got Matrix. What was the excuse for Hulk? What was the excuse? Because I don't see any. Don't see any. You know, Eric Bana in the house when he's getting beaten up by his old friend, and you know, it's like he's having an asthma attack. Hulk didn't have asthma attack. Honestly, guys, we went from Eric Bana's to Mark Ruffalo's just turns around and becomes the Hulk. How, honestly, if we'd seen Mark Ruffalo's version of transformation back then, we would have all psyched. Just because of how awesome it was. That's why I'm glad we didn't get it back then. Because if we'd got it back then, it wouldn't have been as good. But this was a terrible, terrible movie. The big Hulk version of Dogs. Ugh. Really? And look how big they made the Hulk. Like, okay, in comics, Hulk is quite huge. Right? That's the point. Hulk is actually quite... But he was ridiculously huge in this movie. Like, unbelievably huge. Like, where he was like King Kong huge. Where he could, like, pick up Jennifer Connelly and, like, sit her on his shoulder. No, Hulk was never that huge. Right, you look in the comics, he was never that big. And they kind of just about got him right in The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Just about. But they got him definitely perfect in Avengers. Right, because he was perfect in that. I'm not even going to talk much about the story of this movie because of how terrible it is. I'm just going to give you the character. There's no character developments. There's none at all. I went in there not realising who the fuck any of these people were other than Jennifer Connelly, Stan Lee, and Lou Ferrigno. There's only one thing about this movie that I like. Only one thing. The rest of the movie I can't talk about that much just because of how much I hate it. That's why this review is a hate review, because just me talking about how much I hate it, not talking about the actual film, because you guys all fucking know it. It's terrible. The only bit that I liked is whenever he got shot or angry, his body grew twice in size. Now I thought that was cool, but I didn't know it meant in height. I thought it was his muscle expanded, because his muscle would thicken to stop being penetrated by bullets, and as he got angry, his muscles were tense. I thought that was a good idea, until I realised it was also making him taller, and then I hated it because he was not meant to be so fucking huge. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this movie's definitely getting a D minus. I can't watch this movie again. Even if someone put it on, I'd have to put something else on or walk out the room. There's no way I could actually see. I couldn't even listen to this movie again because of how terrible it is. It is absolutely horrific. It is probably the worst Marvel movie to exist. And that's why I got annoyed. Everyone's like, oh, have you seen Daredevil? Have you seen Elektra? So terrible. Guys, really? If Daredevil was on, or Hulk was on, you really gonna watch Hulk? Because I freaking doubt it. At least Daredevil has some really good watchable moments. Hulk has none. Hulk has absolutely sod all. Anyway, guys, I gave the rating of D minus. Yeah, that's gonna have to be it for the end of this hate review. Fucking terrible movie. I pardon for my language and I pardon for my anger about this. It's just, it is out. Do you know, like when you watch someone else's movies, like when someone else makes a movie for the public, and yet you feel really offended? Like I can't believe the person who made this thinks we're that stupid to believe what he is giving us. Do you ever get like that? Because that's how I get with certain films. If I watch a film, I was like, really, do you think we're that naive to believe any of the things that you're doing? To even remotely think about the things that you're doing? Because we can't. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this hate review for Hulk. If you enjoyed this video, which you probably won't due to how short it is, but if you did, and like my previous videos, please show your support by clicking that subscribe button. And do not forget to strike the like, and I will see you guys next time.